Very problematic. Yeah, I know, Dean. Hi, Dean.
Hi.
Welcome back. How have you been?
Good.
Good. Are you still a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm still Muslim.
Why, Dean? Why?
My question here is like, why is it that everything that is bad is directed to black people?
I don't know. I don't know why. Who told you that we
Especially
like this?
if you look at us, even the lack of forbidding, like I feel like the reason why slavery were not abounded in Islam was because it were mainly black people. That was why. Because if at all it was white people that were slaves, I think Islam would have forbid it.
Let me ask you
due
something.
to
Let me ask you something. Do
yeah,
you think that Arabs were not enslaved in Islam? Or that white people were not enslaved in Islam?
but majority of the black people that were slaves were black people during the time of
I
the Prophet.
don't deny that. But do you think that Arabs and whites were not enslaved in Islam?
They were enslaved as well, but they were not as black people.
I'm not denying that. I'm just asking you. Is it not true that white people were also enslaved in Islam?
They were.
And Arabs were also enslaved in Islam?
Yes.
Okay. So as many as 1.5 million white European Christians were enslaved by Muslims. It's insane to me. And in India, 405 million Hindus were slaughtered by Muslims. And in Armenia, 1.5 million Christians were slaughtered. I don't care what the color of human beings is, Dean. But if your religion says, go unalive, enslave, go kill, go crucify, go slay, go fight, go slaughter, go besiege, go terrorize, go maim, these are not good words. These are not good instructions. Do you not agree?
I'm trying to and find it difficult to accept because it's really it doesn't again, Richard, there is this thing that I continue asking our Muslim brothers is like, because if you watch anything that the Prophet criticized, it always reflects to black people, right? Okay, according to like the first person who came to destroy the Kaaba was a black man, right?
Who said?
Okay, according to prophecy again, the last person.
This is a prophecy that never came true. This is a lie. It said that a thin Ethiopian black man would come to destroy the Kaaba. Is it true? Did it happen?
No, it doesn't. No, it has not happened. But what I'm saying,
okay, so that means it's a lie. It wasn't true. These are the teachings of the scholars of Islam. These are the additions that they put in order to take down the African community. I am not happy with these hadith. Even as a child, I knew there was this is evil. It cannot be from God. So why is it that you can't look at it and say, no, this is evil? Doesn't it offend you?
It does, because like I'm trying to say something here, but it's because if you watch now what is happening to we in Nigeria especially, we are killing ourselves, we are unalive ourselves because of religion, right? Like
yourselves, but you're a Muslim. You're a Muslim man.
Yeah.
Who's really dying? Who's dying in Nigeria today?
Like both sides.
No, not both sides. Not both sides. That's a lie. No.
What I'm saying is they are using
this year alone, Dean, in Nigeria, this year alone, 10,000 Nigerians have been unalived. Christians, all of them.
It's even more than
yes,
that.
I know, but the count is we can't know because some of them have been burnt. They've been
Yeah,
burnt to ashes. We can't
what I'm
recognize
saying,
how many of them there are.
what I'm saying is they are using the religion to continue committing terrorism.
But my brother, if Islam is telling them, go unalive the Christians and the Jews, if Islam tells them, go unalive everyone who is not Muslim, that's the problem. Boko Haram are Muslims. Your government is Muslim. They're following the teachings of Islam. Deen, you cannot be. I mean, you're an intelligent man. If your Quran is teaching these things, don't you think that you should wonder why people are doing this to each other and at what cost? They're doing it because of Islam. MBZ, your Quran says it. Read on the screen. Hmar. Deen, you with me? Deen, if you leave the screen, if you leave TikTok, we can't see you. We can't hear you. You can hear us, but we can't hear you. You have to come back. Deen.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need to come back to the
I'm
live.
here.
For some reason, there's something going on. I don't know. It looks like you're off. So what's your response? Deen. His internet is not connecting well. We'll just wait for him for 2 more minutes and we'll move on. Hi, David.
Oh, hi, Rita. Yeah, I was listening to your conversation about Arabs' attitudes towards Africans, and there was a reporter on the beaches in France watching a load of migrants getting onto a boat, and there was one woman who was African, and the boat was quite full of, like, I would say Arabs, you know, Libyans, Syrians, all that type. They get out into the freezing cold sea, got out to the boat, and they ushered her away saying, "You're too black, you're too dark, get the next boat." It was like, wow. I was like shocked. I mean, you might not be, but I was kind of like, you know, we got them coming into England with, you know, apparently, you know, they're all, you know, best intentions, and yet they appear to be quite racist towards, you know, other migrants.
That's because the religion teaches them to be.
Yeah, yeah,
Instructed, I'm telling you. As a child, I was told, and in fact, I've seen it happen where children would mock their servants.
yeah,
We all grew up with 2 or 3 servants in the house.
yeah,
And guess
yeah,
what? All of them were mistreated. All
yeah.
of them were mistreated. Not one of
Almost,
them. Why? Because of
almost.
their skin color.
It's as bad as the days in South America, in Mississippi and that, where they used to lynch black. You know, it's like God knows what they do in Arab countries behind closed doors. But yeah, and I think the war in Sudan, I think they're backed by an Arab militia. A lot of them kind of like have a.
There is no Arab militia there. They're all Sudanese. Sudanese attack each other.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, I thought they were.
Sudanese
I
The
thought they'd
Sudanese,
settled. Okay.
so the Sudanese have been at war with each other forever.
Right.
You've got the Janjaweed who go unalive the Darfurians. They come back. They unalive the people in Kordofan region. And I know this because I worked there for quite a long while.
And, and are they both sides Muslims?
They're all Muslim.
And they're killing each other like that? Oh my God.
Unaliving each other, David.
Of their own type people, that's just scary.
Yep. And they unalive each other because of tribal
Yeah.
reasons and
And
divisions and all that stuff.
they're raping, they're mutilating.
They do that to
they're
their own
savage.
people. They do that to their own people, yeah.
No, that was it. It was just a little report, and I was kind of shocked, that like the people wouldn't allow the woman on the boat because they said, "You're too black. You're too black." She was very dark, but I don't say that as a bad thing. You're dark. You're dark. But yeah, they weren't having her on the boat, and they said they'd get the next boat, and you see her walking back onto the beach, and the report was like, "What happened?" They say I was too black. I'm too dark. They didn't want me on the boat. I've got to wait for the next boat. I just thought, good Lord, insane. But yeah, that's it, Rita, really. Have a lovely evening. I just thought I'd put that in. Take care. God bless.
So you see, this is the problem with Islam. They have taught them how to be racist. It teaches the human being, and by the way, it's not just them. I have lots of friends who are from Pakistan, who are from India, who are from, and you'll see this to be the case. They will go to great lengths to bleach their skin. Why? Because in Islam, darkness is seen as a disadvantage. There's a lot of colorism. This is what Islam teaches you. This is what Islam teaches. No, Dawad. The world does not hate people of color. It does not. That's a lie. I've seen many happy black people in Europe. A lot of them my friends. The world does not hate black people. But Islam teaches the world to hate people of color, no matter where they are. Once you introduce Islam into the mix, they will love on you, no problem. They will love bomb you. And that's an Islamic trait. When they love on you that much, when they say you're their akhi, they're your ukhti, trust nobody. When they say that you are their brother in Islam, when they say they're your sister, their sister in Islam, do not trust it. Because this type of love bombing, because that's what it is, it's not healthy. There's nothing good about it. It's artificial. There's nothing good about it. And how are you going to love another human being? Thank you so much, Aisha's IPEX. You can't love people in that manner. It's an unhealthy relationship. That's true, Lee. We must call it out. This is a depravity of Islam. Islam wants everybody to assume, to think that they're all okay in Islam now. But they lead by fear. By instilling fear, terror of the worst kind. Islam is not something that upholds the rights of human beings. There is no such thing as human rights in Islam. And Islam did not abolish slavery. Islam never abolished it. By the way, in Surah At-Tawbah, verse 200, in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 217, what does it say? You must unalive anyone who leaves Islam. And in chapter 8, verse 12, in chapter 47, verse 4, it says you must behead non-Momomites. That's what it says. And in Surah At-Tawbah, chapter 9, verse 5, it says you will unalive and be unalived for Allah. Chapter 8, verse 12, and chapter 8, verse 60 also says you must terrorize non-Moabites. That's what it says. Chapter 8, the verse that that idiot took me to earlier, what does it say? It says you must steal, rob, loot the non-Muslims. That's the problem. It really is. Tesco, nobody can understand you, just so you know, okay? I'm muting you for the rest of the live. Okay? Ridiculous. And there are many other verses, by the way, where it teaches to lie in order to strengthen Islam. It's called Taqiyah. Deception. You strengthen Islam by lying through your teeth. You've got chapter 3, verse 28, chapter 3, verse 54. You've got chapter 9, verse 3. You've got chapter 16, verse 105 or 106. Chapter 40, verse 28 as well. This is a massive problem. Muslims want us to believe that their religion is the best, but for God's sake. Anyway. Masihi Muslim, true. Quran also says all who follow Jesus will be superior to resurrection day. Yes, that's true. Ali Imran 55. Chapter 2, verse 62 also says that the Jews and the Christians and the Sabaeans have nothing to fear, and that their God will reward them. Hello.
Oh, hello, Rita. I just want to ask you, what do you know about the Bosnians?
Tell me, what should I know? Since you came back with a different account.
Yeah, I came because you are defending the Christians of the Africa, so I'm gonna talk about I know that you know about the Arabic countries.
Tell me something.
And I am born in a country
how did Bosnia, shut up, man. How did Bosnia become a Muslim nation?
By getting occupied by the Ottomans, and they said
And
that
what did they do when they got? What did the Ottomans do to the Bosnians when they got in there?
Yeah, but you forgot for 1,000 years of
I
the
didn't
history.
ask you about anything else. 1,400 years of Ottoman Islamic rule, and then suddenly the Ottomans come into the Balkans, into Bosnia and Herzegovina, and what do? How do they turn you Muslim?
Saying that we're gonna pay taxes if we ain't gonna be Muslims.
No. What type of and when you couldn't pay the taxes, what happened?
They would unalive them?
I see. So they unalived them when they didn't have money?
Yeah. Like every religion.
So let me imagine this for just 5 seconds, yeah? So just so I'm clear, if your people who were originally Christian were literally just living their lives, and then the Ottomans come in, and then they create janissaries. You know what janissaries are, right?
Yeah.
The janissaries are the little boys. Every 7 years, the Ottoman Empire would come into Bosnia and countries like Bosnia, neighboring countries to Bosnia, and they would go and take little baby boys at the ages of 5, 6, 7. They would kidnap them, and then they would
Yeah,
take
they
them,
will, they, will-
and
they
then
will
they
make
would
Yancha
poison.
an arm.
They would poison these
Why
little
you
babies.
mute?
Because you're talking over me while I'm talking. Don't do that. So when your people are invaded by the Ottoman Empire, the Ottoman Empire kidnaps 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 7-year-old little boys, and then it poisons these little babies and tells them your parents didn't want you. Your people didn't want you. They threw you away. But now you got to go back and you get to teach them a lesson, and they tell them to go unalive their own little babies. Their own mothers, these little babies who grew up to be grown men, they go back to their own nations, they go back to their own parents, their own families, their own people, and slaughter them all. Kidnap their own little brothers.
How do you know that?
How is this a
How do you
religion
know
of peace? How do I know that? Because
How
that's
do you
what's
know
written. That's what's written. We know this out of history.
Where? Show me.
Oh, you don't know
Show
it? I'm not going to show you anything.
I know I
You
live
don't
in
know
this
about your own
country.
Bosnian people?
I'll show you what Christian and Orthodox did in the 90s here.
Imbecile, yes, you deserve it.
You are the right Muslim.
You deserve
Ah,
it.
for
You
the-
deserved it in Bosnia and Herzegovina. You deserve
Serbian
what you got.
church, oh,
You
the
deserve
Pope comes
it.
and-
You deserve what happened to you.
Fuck your mother and your-
You deserve what happened to you. You deserve it. Because for
Mike,
because for 1400 years, you, the Muslims, have gone into Christian nations, and you created an environment which was always going to lead to more war.
The war ended in the 95.
You were always going to get
Why did they stop the war? Why did they stop the war in the 90s?
Get the hell out of here. When Bosnia decided that it was going to go, of course, Chechnya, Bosnia, Herzegovina, why were all these people in the 90s? It was all they could talk about. Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bosnia and Herzegovina. What are we supposed to do? Your murderous ways led to the Christians getting up and deciding, you know what, we don't want this cult of Satan. We want to unalive all of them. And now what do we see? Bosnia becoming Christian again. Bosnian Muslims leaving Islam. All of the Muslims in Bosnia now are leaving Islam, becoming Christians. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that?